So hello everybody, I'm Brian Hobbs. I teach at Pikeville High School. I'm the Transmedia Fellow for the Holler for this year. So some course context about me a little bit and kind of what I teach and the experiences that I've had at the school. This year particularly I teach 10th and 12th grade English and AP Literature and Composition. And even though those might sound very similar, if you were to take a look at each class makeup, like 10th graders in English, 12th graders in English, and especially AP and Lit and Composition, the students are a lot different. They have different interests, they're at different levels, and they're doing different things. So for this year, for the 2017-2018 school year, I used my English 12 students. So in previous years, I had used my English 10 students, and it was interesting to me this year to use those 12th grade students and kind of take a look at what was different. So the rationale behind this was my seniors typically do a photo essay that they enjoy. So the photo essay is usually something along the lines of what is home to you, or what are you going to miss about Pikeville, because a lot of them are about to move off to college with the 12th graders. So the photo essay idea had been in place before, and it seemed like a pretty natural fit to roll that photo essay into a project for these videos. So video production is a common and growing publication format for people. It's a passion of mine that my students are not locked into a certain type of publication method. So having the ability to do these videos with my kids was something I was really interested in. I want my students to experience it before they enter college and the workforce, and in a lot of cases, with the 10th graders, especially in years past, they have realized that they really enjoy making these videos. A couple of kids have actually gone on, I think, in their 11th grade year and gone into the news show at the high school because of the video production stuff. So during the last school year, I worked with these videos with multiple honors English 10 classes. And students produced a variety of media projects ranging from podcasts to video book reviews. If you were to go onto the Holler website and actually look me up, you can find videos and projects from years past with my kids. I had a student who did a video, but she literally just reviewed books on video. I had a student, and a couple of students actually in this group, who wanted to talk about local bands, and they went around and made a podcast about local bands. So this year with the seniors, it was a really new process because we had a couple of different things in place. The benefits to this program, at least in my experience, is that the kids have a freedom to explore a project on their own terms. When I introduce it to them, I give them a broad topic, and I say, you know, here are your resources, and this is yours to go with. So they have a choice about how to best represent their ideas. Some drawbacks to it, and this is really just depending on the student. It's just like us, you know, as an adult. If you don't have a lot of absolute, you need to do this, this, and this, you know, sometimes it can lead to a little bit of confusion on a student's part or a lack of drive about finishing a project. I will say that this year, with my seniors especially, that lack of drive was not present at all. So the learning management system, or the LMS, that the Holler offered us this year was really great. The formatting was really easy to follow. And it was broken down into these modules that you see here that help them in the creative process. So the kids could come into my room, or they could go home and work on a Chromebook or a computer, and it was set up so that they had an overall topic, so pre-production, post-production, and the production itself. And then within that, they had separate steps. So they had crafting your idea, how cameras work, how to film, and within each one of those, they actually had videos they could watch that would instruct them on the path to actually make these videos. The student response that I received as the instructor was really largely positive. No confusion about the process itself until the editing process, which is probably the most difficult part anyway, so I feel like it would be natural for people to have questions about the editing process. I mean, you can see this is my account, and I ran through the process myself, and I was very comfortable with it as well, with zero video editing experience, anything like that at all. And the kids are more tech savvy than I am these days, so they definitely knew what they were doing, I think. Some especially helpful aspects of the LMS were the assignments being easy to understand. After they watched the video and read the information that was with the video, they actually had an assignment at the bottom, usually that they could either turn in to me or they could turn in on the Holler, and the folks at the Holler actually offered to look over those for us if we wanted them to. The material is adapted well for multiple systems. So for example, my students did everything on Google systems, so Google Drive and all that stuff. And they submitted it both through the Holler LMS and through Google to me. So it integrated itself very well and lent itself very well to using tools that I already use as an instructor and that my kids were already used to using, because we do everything on Google now. So I have a couple of groups with me today that I wanted to let speak about their experience, because it's one thing for me to talk about it, but I wanted you guys to hear it from actually their mouths themselves. So the first group, I'll just let them introduce themselves. It's Misty Smith and Mackenzie Maynard. If you guys want to talk.
Hi, I'm Mackenzie Maynard. I'm a senior at Pikeville High School, and I was the main writer and actress of our video. And for our video, I wanted to write about something that's common among everyone. Everyone goes through it. It's growing up and the challenges that come with it. And I just thought that the learning curriculum that went with it, it was really simple and easy to understand, and I had a lot of fun doing it. And because of this, I found a new love for acting in videos, and without doing this, I wouldn't have known how fun it would have been.
My name is Misty Smith. I shot, edited, and directed our video. Overall, I really loved the curriculum. It was super easy, and I learned how to do things that I had no idea that I would be able to do or even foresaw myself doing. I learned how to set up a scene, I learned how to operate a camera, and I learned how to edit. And I learned that video making is something that I'm really passionate about. So I want to say on behalf of Mackenzie and I, thank you to theholler.org, and thank you to Mr. Hobbs for the opportunity.
My name is Sarah Bradley. I'm a senior at Pikeville High School. We chose to do our video on our experiences from moving to Pikeville. I think we accurately captured our stories in this video with the help of the Holler website and this course. The process of making this video was incredibly fun, and we enjoyed working with our peers on something we all can relate on.
Hi, I'm Natasha Terry from Pikeville, and I'm a senior. This online social learning network currently works with students and teachers in 22 Eastern Kentucky school districts. Ours happens to be one of those. While using this program, we were able to better understand the concept of creating a video that tells a story. Our English teacher, Mr. Hobbs, motivated us to complete the lessons before we initiated the filming and editing process of our videos. The Holler's website was very straightforward, and we were able to move through them with no problem. Our group knew the basic steps to producing a video before we even came together to make it because of this website.
Hi, I'm Zan McCoy. I was a narrator for our video, as you can tell, and it was just a great experience. Thank you to Mr. Hobbs for showing us that we all come together and make something magical.
All right, so with seniors, they're just at this point of the year where they're starting to realize that they're going to graduate and they're going to leave some of their friends and go off in different directions in life. So it was really fun for me as an instructor to watch them put these videos together. And some of the videos that I'm sure will be uploaded to the Holler website pretty quick are just sort of walkthroughs of downtown Pikeville, where you can tell the kids are saying bye to the town for temporarily, things like that. Some of the students chose to focus on the actual high school itself, and they went from the middle school downstairs to the high school upstairs, where they kind of took their own path as they had done as they had grown up. So it was really interesting to see. And I always like to tease my seniors about growing up and moving off and stuff, so it was really a fun process for all of us. So some things for the future that we kind of thought we might like to see on the website is just maybe a bigger emphasis on editing the final video and audio projects. And that's just because, like I said earlier, editing is definitely the hardest process. Anybody can take their phone out and film something, but editing it so that it looks good and putting it together in a cohesive way is an important thing. And what we had was great, but I just feel like maybe that could be something we can improve on in the future. And then, of course, the option to produce something other than video. In years past, like I said, we had a lot of different things, but this year's focus was specifically on video. So hopefully in the future we can expand that back out and use this awesome LMS that we have now to use for podcasts, things like that. I have a lot of students also that are involved in video streaming stuff like Twitch or YouTube Live, and they do a variety of things, and that would be, I think, also something we could work with on the Hall that they would be interested in.